it's Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, Hiding Hair Loss. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about some options specifically for those of you who are struggling with frontal hair loss, otherwise known as FFA or frontal fibrosing alopecia, that are specifically interested in bangs as an option to cover that sort of hair loss. I am going to be starting out today with the piece that I have on right now, which is the Frontal Hairline Topper from Uniwigs. I have shown this piece before and done a full review on it, but I think it's a really important one to start with because I find it to be a less intimidating piece for those of you or us that are kind of newer to wearing hair. If you don't want to go for like a full wig or even a full topper that's covering a good portion of your scalp, if that sounds intimidating to you, this piece acts like a headband, as I will show you, and it literally just covers the frontal hairline. The bangs make it easy. You don't have to blend it with your bio hair or work on any sort of glue or any kind of attaching because it has this halo wire that stretches behind the nape of your neck, and it's adjustable so it can be very comfortable. And I just find this piece really unintimidating. It's easy to apply, it's easy to wear, and it's not like a whole lot of hair. I know that when you first start wearing hair after you've experienced hair loss or have been going a long time with like dealing with your hair loss and wearing it however you can to cover, it can just look like a lot of hair to put on a topper or put on any kind of extra hair. So this piece isn't like a big, bulky kind of thing. It's just adding a little bit to give you that boost that you might need. So I think this is a great piece to start with if you are looking into alternative hair. It does have like the full lace hairline, but again, the bangs cover it. So if you're unsure about the look of that or feeling like self-conscious, this is all covered, so you are safe and don't have to really think about that. So yeah, that is the frontal hairline topper. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and show you what my hairline is looking like these days, which, you know, obviously this is what I'm looking to cover. My forehead is pretty intact, some little gaps, but I do love having the bangs, even just for like security of like my face. I have, developing some wrinkles. So yeah, the bangs are a nice added security. And so yeah, I have a video that is more in depth about this piece. If you want more like tips and tricks or ideas on how to wear it, this can be worn up in a ponytail as well, which is really cute. So yeah, that is the first piece I wanted to show. If you're looking for something more intense with bangs, you might want to go with a full topper that has bangs cut into it. This particular one is called Amber, and it is also from Uniwigs. It is a skin top, so this parting area is super realistic. So again, not intimidating. The bangs make it so you don't have to worry about a frontal hairline. You don't have to worry about blending. You don't have to worry about if, the lace front looks realistic or something like that. It has the security of the bangs. So I'm gonna pop this on and show you. Give it a little brush first. This is a little bit of a different color. The frontal piece I have in espresso brown. This one is in truffle brown or light truffle brown. So it has some highlights throughout it, but it still blends really well with my natural hair. And that is something cool about toppers. You can kind of switch up your color of your hair, go a shade or two lighter or add highlights with just the ease of popping on the topper. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on this one. It has a little comb in the front to slide your hair back. If you have hair in the front, you might not. And even better because you don't need it with this piece. And then you have your clips. There's one, there's two back here too. And So I had my hair wavy with the frontal topper, so I'm gonna smooth out these underneath pieces. This particular topper is Chinese hair, so it's a more smooth and straight texture, which is super pretty and super easy to work with, but my own hair is slightly wavy, so I'm gonna go ahead and flat iron it a bit. And just like the frontal topper, this regular full topper has the bangs for that security that you might be looking for. So that is that. So with the monotop hair toppers, you are only gonna get, you know, the top piece. So if you're experiencing hair loss from the sides like I am, you know, the hairline topper is awesome because you get that full coverage along your entire frontal hairline. With a regular topper, you're just getting across the top, which is fine. I personally don't mind that. I think adding the weight of the hair topper on top and giving myself some extra hair here sort of conceals these areas anyway. So I don't find that to be an issue. But as far as wearing your hair up, you are gonna have to be a little more careful in positioning it. You know, you could easily do a low ponytail and either like leave it untucked or strategically kind of do that, which I like to do. I can fill in these white patches with some powder or some hair like color spray, like root touch-up spray, and then it kind of disguises that. So this is an option even if you are missing your full frontal hairline. Like I said, the added bulk and the weight of this hair is going to help conceal, even though you are missing hair on the sides, and of course the top is fully concealed. So that is something else that you might want to consider. Okay, so now that I have this beautiful topper off, I wanted to show you one last option, and this is a little bit more of a maybe a nuanced kind of thing. But so I know a lot of us that are experiencing frontal fibrosing alopecia or active hair loss in general, you know, every day is different, every month is different. You never know when you might have a flare-up. You don't know how much hair you're going to end up losing. So you know, maybe last year you bought a hair topper and you had your frontal hairline intact, and now it's not quite as intact and you're looking to conceal. I want to encourage you to not be afraid to cut bangs in a previously worn or old topper that you might have, or even a topper that you just don't feel as comfortable in anymore. Even if it's not old, maybe you've bought it and you find yourself not gravitating towards it because your frontal hairline is not quite there and you feel like you need a little bit more coverage. I have this Courtney hair topper from Uniwigs. I customized the color on this piece when I got it, and I added some layers. And then, gosh, about 6 months ago, I want to say, I decided that I felt more comfortable with some bangs. I don't always feel that way, but I was definitely in a mood where I was like feeling like I wanted to have some coverage on my forehead. So this topper comes with this very blendable front piece. You can, you know, you place it like right behind your hairline and blend your front pieces with it. So that was originally how this was worn. But I decided to go ahead and cut bangs in this piece that I had already customized the color on, and it was just perfect for me otherwise. And I just wanted to have something where I felt 100% confident in. And I thought that the bangs were it for me as far as like comfort in a topper. I like the idea of not worrying about adjusting or blending a hairline. So if you are in that boat, it's okay to go ahead and cut some bangs. I would say start small, start thin, start long, and then gradually trim them and add in a little bit more bulk if you feel like you want to, or if not, just leave as is. the nice thing about this is I can pull it back if I feel like I want them to be like, you know, shorter bangs. I can wear it at slightly pulled down if I'm looking for like a side swept bang. So yeah, again, another bangs option. This topper, again, is not gonna give me like the full frontal hairline, but it does give me the coverage that I need because of the bulk of the hair and the weight of this hair on the sides. I love the actress Daisy Edgar Jones's hair, and she has these amazing bangs, which was my inspo for this piece. They're very like long, kind of parted, very like 70s feathered kind of look. So that was my inspo for this. So that is my customized one where I did the bangs myself. I think it's not as intimidating as you might think. So if you, like I said, especially if you have a piece that you find yourself not wearing, I think it's worth it to kind of try to modify it to fit your needs. So those are a few options if you're looking for some sort of bangs or a way to cover your frontal hairline. I think all of these have benefits to them. I think there's something for everyone, and you know, it takes some time. I think trial and error and testing what you like and what your needs are, what you're self-conscious about, and yeah, doesn't hurt to try new things. So if you are looking for any of these pieces, the information should be in the description below if I do a good job at remembering to include that. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you found some helpful info here, and I will see you in the next video.